Hello again, going after another high score in Mercenaries on Resident Evil 4 Remake. This time we're using Leon, Pinstripe Leon, or Mafia Leon as we like to call him. And we're doing it at docks, which can be pretty difficult. Now, unlike some of the other videos I've been making, I don't think there's a proper spot for this one, boys and girls. Sorry. But we'll still go over how I managed to get a 150 combo, which I was impressed myself. I didn't even think that was going to happen. As usual, I'm starting by going around and trying to pick up as much stuff as possible. Now, what changes here is that I am not avoiding killing enemies. And that's just because there's so many of them, and some of these pathways are very tight. And to get around them, you're going to take more damage than you need to, and I figured, hey, let me just start the combo and just keep moving. Which kind of gives you more pressure, but it is the way that this stage needs to be played. Especially when you start seeing the bosses. You just want to move around the stage, try to get all that extra time first. And again, you don't really need it that much because you'll be racking in a lot of extra time with the melee kills. Boom. So that kick is pretty nice, but Leon has a better kick. Now the suplex. You want to be careful with the suplex. You want to be very careful with the suplex because it can get you in trouble. It can be a little disorienting. It will switch like the camera angle after you finish, and that can leave you vulnerable to attack. So I actually suggest not using the suplex too much here. That's a decent kick, but I think soon you'll see Leon's best melee. So Leon's loadout with the pinstripe outfit is a little bit interesting, but it's simple. My main weapon, and of course probably everyone's main weapon, will be the typewriter. It is very useful. That's probably the best melee, by the way. That little roundhouse. And so you see me shooting the parasites there instead of using my flash grenades. And you'll see later why I'm doing that. You kind of want to preserve your flash grenades here. They can really come in handy when these crazy bosses come around. Or when you get surrounded, which you will get surrounded a lot. So if you haven't noticed already, the main strategy in this stage is to move back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. You can't really get stuck on one spot. You can't stay in one spot for too long because something will go wrong. Something will always go wrong. So we have our first boss there, and we have one of those mad chainsaw men, whatever you call them. Dr. Salvador. I don't know what they're called in this game. I forgot. That's the problem right there. You see how much he moves towards you so quickly? Yeah, well that can be a big problem. So you want to start as much damage as possible. Use that mayhem as soon as you see one of those guys. Do not be afraid to throw a couple grenades first. Do not be skimpy with your grenades with those guys. They will mess up everything because they don't really flinch when they're coming at you. So again, we're moving back. And the other thing with this stage is these annoying bugs. These annoying bugs that are flying around everywhere are the worst thing ever. So try to take care of them as quickly as possible. Once they're in your range, shoot them because they do a lot of damage. They do quite a lot of damage. They're very annoying. Here we have our second boss. So we have the Garador. Here, he's coming at us. And as you can see, I throw grenades first. I'm not being frugal with them. Nope. Just throwing them. I don't care. We have plenty of ammo. And then the Magnum for it. So if the Magnum didn't work there, you see there's that bug. Gotta catch them. You want to move over here. And this is a good corner sometimes, but you don't want to stay here. It's good to walk over here, bring your enemies through that little thing. Oh, see? I got caught. My idea was to use that barrel, but it didn't work. Yeah. Enemies like this can catch up real quickly, but the Magnum will take care of it. I have another mayhem. And he's done. And we'll move forward. Get that item. we're moving right back over because you see this guy has a rocket. And if you stay over there for too long, you're going to get hit by that rocket. Like something random will always happen. You can't stay in one spot. It doesn't work in this stage. Another thing we're going to want to be very wary of is dynamite. See this little guy right here? He's getting ready to chuck that. And that can wreck your shit. And they're very accurate. So as you can see right there, I almost got caught. Luckily it fell off. And what I'm doing here is positioning myself with some barrier between me and the dynamite guy. Because he can really mess your stuff up. If you can trick them, as I just did, into throwing it right back at them. That is ideal. That or getting them to throw it at other enemies. But I would not rely on it. I would try to get rid of them as quickly as possible. That is your main goal when you hear that noise, get rid of that dynamite guy, because you see that would have been very bad right there. Your goal is to find that dynamite guy and end his stuff. Just end them as quickly as possible. The worst scenario is this dynamite guy and I see him now. I can find him. He's up there. When I was playing, I actually didn't even notice where that second one was. So it can be difficult, but try to focus on them unless there's a boss already coming at you. As there is now. Now I want to move. Now we have a Gatling gun guy. They're also very dangerous because there's a wide open space. So again, use these boxes or get kicked like I did. Do not be afraid to use those grenades. Pop them out. And another thing I didn't speak about is the Magnum. Save it for these guys. Boom. Right there I catch him. Right when he was about to give me a real swift kick. That would have messed up my combo for sure. But besides that, I don't use a Magnum. There's the dynamite, you see? Because I wasn't seeing where this guy was, I figured it out at that point. I couldn't take him out. But that was my goal until the boss showed up. And now that he's gone, it makes it a lot easier. And nope, that's not the melee I want. Typewriter works really well. I honestly aim at the legs more than I aim at the head. Because of its rate of fire, the typewriter can usually put them down and set up a melee attack. And Leon's melee attacks are pretty quick, so it's very useful. Usually with these bugs, try to get them in enclosed areas like that. They can't really escape and dodge when you get them there. So that is why you continue to move. I don't know why that guy was down. I have no clue what happened there. But there's another rocket guy aiming at me. Those are the dangers of this place. And a chainsaw guy. Now there's a scary situation that I put myself in. So I throw a grenade. And this is why I saved those flash grenades for that situation. Because that area was closed off. If I went in that direction, I would have been screwed without a flash grenade. And this guy's coming at me, and this is what I'm talking about. He does not flinch, so that can get very dicey very quickly, and it's very easy to get cut. There is no blocking that chainsaw, so you want to make that distance count. So I'm stepping back, and here now we're gonna use a barrel. Be patient. They usually funnel through there. And you want to get that guy as close to the explosion as possible. He has a lot of health. Check this out. I blow it up. Everyone dies. He's still up after all that damage. He's almost done. And there you go. That's kind of how you manage those guys. Just keep that distance between you two. They do not flinch a lot. Continue to move and you'll find success. So some of the main takeaways of this run are to A, stay moving. B, use the typewriter. It is the best weapon in my opinion. And C, make distance with these big enemies. No matter what, because this can happen. That's a very dicey situation I'm in. And I reached for that next combo because I was so afraid. And here, I kind of play it risky. I would not suggest that. I'm really focusing on the combo more than focusing on this enemy. I missed that shot. It is very dangerous. That could have ended right there in that corner. But somehow I got lucky, and the Magnum takes care of it. So yeah, remember, stay moving. Make space between you and the bosses. Use that typewriter and that beautiful roundhouse kick I just did. That's what you want to do as much as possible. and you'll be able to do it. This is actually a pretty well-made character. I think it's pretty strong. Leon Mafia. Much better than his first version. And good luck. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what your tricks are for this stage. With different characters of Leon, I'm interested. I'm investigating. And if this helped, like and subscribe. Do everything that YouTube wants you to do. And take care. Have a nice one.